what's happening, which is part of what you're seeing globally, even within and through the planetary matrix, at the core of the planet, there's layer after layer, mercury, iron, and then the core of the planet, which I will definitely call, yeah, the heart of Gaia, is part of a huge magnetic level of all of these shifts that are expanding and expanding, affecting, of course, obviously the equator belts, but more importantly, affecting the very templates in which you're animating upon. Rivers are going this way, that way, new ones are breaking out, other ones are drying up. And then, before you know it, earthquakes, floods, odd weather, etc., which are in a cycle right now of breaking up its own patterns. And it's kind of, well, it's really fun actually, because one day you're laying on the beach, the next day you're skiing down a slope. So, it makes it so beautiful because it puts you in a state of fluidity, fruition, openness, and movement. And then here, where you're standing, well, your heart is opening more and more to also break in harmony that same pattern: winter, spring, summer, fall, up is up, down is down, right is right, left is left, and all these odd barriers and variables, kind of like, your skin starts doing funny things right before summer. And the body's clearing out toxicity that it held on to through the winter, to where now all of that is dropping off, dissolving, etc., to where all the mass collective thought forms that have been thought and thought and thought that day, that week, and so forth, even as it's being cleared out, that none of it is taking and anchored in hold any longer to have any sort of constrictedness, confinement, and rigidity any longer. And then from there, here we have ourselves right within and throughout the heart that is emanating, merging, marrying within ourself, within our whole physical structure, to where now our body, from our heart level, is becoming more and more and more of an instrument, more of a conduit. And then, of course, we're not overthinking, underthinking, and basically trying to figure out how to get out of a paper bag, and the head go, and the patterns, the ego, and so forth, running in all these different directions. But where we can literally physically take a breath, and even on the out breath, watching all the magnificent gifts and receptions that you're opening to, without going into the over ego identificational realm and trying to hold everything in place a certain way and really driving yourself batty. Because the heart is the core of manifestation, it's the core of everything, because it's even love that holds the whole universe together, in between planets, in between the spaces between space.